But do the others, like, is there any, like, weirdness on the set? Do you guys kind of walk in as the, like, the sort the sharks and the threats of Battlestar? Yeah, it's like because you're silent, and nobody else is silent. How do you guys? Did the actors treat you any differently when they found out? All right, awesome.
That's all backstage stuff. We can't really get into the politics of backstage. Can't really say what happened. No, they treat us with great respect. Yeah.
They were jealous, let's be honest.
Reka, had you gotten any backstory about Tori? I mean, it's one of the characters that we knew the least about. You know, when you appeared on the scene, it was just your Ralston's assistant, but we didn't know that much. Have you had any backstory from Ron or David about where Tori was from? Does she always cry during sex, or is it just for part time?
They did not create a backstory for Tori aside from her job-related stuff when I first came onto the show. And it was really exciting, actually, because at the end of the second season, I don't know, I spoke to Ron Moore at a party, and he said he would love to know what my thoughts were. And so I got to be part of a collaborative experience of creating my character's backstory. So that was really fun, really exciting.
You want to know about the crying during sex part?
Crying during sex.
Yeah, what was that about to you?
Angeli is responsible for that, Michael Angeli. And apparently there was some person he knew through a person or something. This is apparently a true story. I don't know. So he wanted me to carry that torch for whoever that person was, I suppose.
You didn't cry when you were with Anders, did you?
Hell no.
It wasn't crying. Those weren't tears of sadness,
I actually, I took that from my personal choice was to make that a lie. Because I wasn't happy to be in bed with the guy who ruined my life on New Caprica.
Does the fact that you guys are now officially playing Cylons, does that change how you fall on were the Cylons justified in their attack on humanity question? Like, that's always been one of the pivotal questions of the show, and does now that you're on a very clear side of that question change how you feel about it? Yeah, about like the sort of Holocaust on Africa.
Hearing that Colonel Ty is a Cylon, it doesn't you don't automatically go, oh, I'm a Cylon, and here we go. For me, it is like, it's like all of a sudden you develop schizophrenia. I would think it's like being, all of a sudden you're hard of hearing, or even worse, if you all of a sudden were walking down the street and had an impulse to follow a child, or if you don't all of a sudden a switch doesn't go off in your head and you go, oh yeah, I'm a Cylon. Ty has been through so much in his life. And with the substance abuse, with having to be incarcerated, that he will often lose his balance. And so now this thing of hearing this music in his head, it isn't like, oh, now I'm a Cylon and I'm looking at things this way. It's trying to deal with what is this. And if I'm a Cylon, if it's true, then I'm an awful dangerous. I have to deal with this because I am the oldest man probably alive. I've had more battle combat than anybody alive. And so if I'm a Cylon and something's going to snap, I've got to watch out. So it's not a comfortable thing having to deal with, but it is not an easy thing. It isn't just, okay, I mean, I don't know how the rest of the actors deal with it, but if I am a Cylon and I'm a dangerous person and I'm scared, I got to watch out.
There was a little flash or something in the previews for the next episode where it looks like maybe we saw Ellen time back. Yeah, can you speak at all for that?
I'm not sure because I didn't see the promo for that, but an interesting thing is on Battlestar Galactica, if you read a script where you're, say for example, if you're shot, you don't really have to worry about it because there's flashbacks and it could be a dream. I think it was the beginning of this season opener where I take the gun up and shoot Adama in the head. And then he goes, whoa, I just imagined that. But that actually was a good scene because that shows you how Ty is reacting to being a Cylon, right? That's in a nutshell. It's like, whoa, what if this is true? That is possible. But, you know, if there was an indication that Ellen is coming back, I haven't stopped thinking about Ellen since I had to take her life. And so, who knows what happens.
Yeah, well played. So, Chuko, yes. What is it about Starbuck that keeps you coming back? Like, she's not. It's the sex, right? It's totally the sex. Because she's not nice to you at all.
Yeah, I have a thing for angry sex. I meant Anders, of course. Well, you know, Mark, it's a survival instinct, really, isn't it? Because, you know, think about this. I probably hooked up with one of the most powerful women left. I mean, there's only like 40-some-odd thousand is left, so I think I'm kind of hedging my bet. If I'm going to hook up with somebody, there's not a lot of options out there. She treats me like shit, but I mean, my survival instinct, you know, Anders' need and to continue living is probably best secured being in the company of Starbuck and the Galactica. So, you know, there is an aspect to that. There's a survival instinct. I mean, yes, there's a love and there's a loyalty, but the relationship has definitely been tumultuous, to say the least. And now we've added this layer, this newfound layer, and I think in the beginning of the season, I think what we saw in the first couple episodes was Anders' need to relate, you know, looking for a kindred spirit. There was a certain amount of hope in that scene. I think there was in the opening, the first episode back, when she comes back, and she and I are having this conversation in the, you know, in front of all the pictures, and there's almost a hint of hope that maybe we're kindred spirits. Maybe she is on my side. Maybe we're the same. And it's like Anders has this secret that he desperately wants to tell her, and hopes that she already knows it. But if he reveals it and she doesn't know it, I'm dead. And she made that pretty clear. Right? So
it's a healthy relationship.
Yeah. So I think there's a certain attraction in the volatility of this relationship.
I know the writers have long earned your trust and confidence, but Galactica can be a very politically charged show. Have you ever gotten a script and thought maybe that's a little too on the nose? Like, have you looked at stuff, maybe the occupation, maybe, you know, the vigilante justice, like, is any of it sort of...
Interceptors, immediate launch.
We will not fight